When I started my college journey at ACC, it was after taking a year off after graduating from high school. The day after my graduation in May, we received our 5th eviction notice in a year. My mom basically told me good luck, and I had to figure out my own living situation. No help, no consideration, or anything. I went into survival mode. At 17 years old, I had no idea what I was doing with my life. I didn't even have an endgame or a plan in place. I begged friends for a place to stay. I ended up staying with a friend I had known for less than a year before she ended up going off to Massachusetts for college, along with her family. I was once again without a home. By this point, I was lost without any ideas or guidance. I ended up living with my sister, jobless, both mentally and physically unstable. Taking it day by day, in August, though, things took a turn in living with my sister. I experienced an amazing miracle. I was offered a live-in nanny position in Castle Rock. I enrolled at ACC's STERM Collaboration Campus at Castle Rock in 2018. I took 6 classes while also being a live-in nanny and trying to get back into what I call a normal life. Life was good and I was just scooting on by. I ended the semester with so-so grades, but I didn't slow down and wanted to keep up the momentum. I moved from Colorado to Tennessee to be with my boyfriend, who I met in January of 2018. Side note, I know what you're thinking. Dang, they move fast. I know. Not allowing myself to be fully adjusted mentally, I decided to enroll in 4 online classes for fall 2018. My mental health was at the worst it's ever been. I started skipping class and didn't log in for weeks at a time. I ended the semester with 2 Fs. Because of my GPA, I was placed on academic probation and ended up owing money. From fall 2019 to fall 2020, I took a year off so I could figure my life out. It was time to get serious. I needed to get my life together. I was on academic probation for 2.5 semesters. I had to file an ineligible for aid appeal with the financial aid office twice. I found out I was pregnant in fall 2020. I re-enrolled in ACC in fall 2020 and changed my major from psychology to computer information systems, computer support. I lost my job due to the height of the pandemic, and I applied to be a part of the Career Forward program, November 2020. I started receiving temporary accommodations due to my pregnancy, and am thankful my professors were more than understanding. Even though I had accommodations and started to build the support system I was so desperately needing, I failed one of my classes. My GPA was still wrecked. However, this became a turning point for me. Something clicked for me in the spring 2021 semester and began to turn things around. Despite being pregnant, I still grinded it out. I refused to receive an F that semester. I enrolled for classes and worked with the Career Forward navigator at the time, Alyssa Beckerman, to make an academic plan. I took the F from fall 2020 as a learning lesson. I learned about TRIO Student Support Services in March 2021. I applied and was accepted into the program. TRIO was and is exactly what I needed. As a first-generation student, this opportunity to be a TRIO student could not have come at a better time. I ended the semester with a 4.0 GPA and made it on the president's list. My son was born in March as well. I enrolled in summer 2021 classes and did amazing. I finally had the support to thrive as well. I started working for TRIO as a student assistant. I enrolled in more classes. I took advantage of tutoring and other resources available at ACC. I found comfort in knowing that I was in the TRIO program, and TRIO made college feel welcoming for me. I knew I could go to my advisor, Maria, for any issues I had or if I needed someone to talk to. I ended the semester with a 3.5 GPA. Was I shooting for a 4.0? Of course, but in fall 2021, I was the happiest I've ever been. As a first-generation student, as someone who has imposter syndrome, who has bipolar type 2, PTSD, anxiety, depression, and ADHD, as someone who is a childhood trauma survivor, and as a young mom who got married at a young age and was on every government assistance program under the sun while I was growing up, and homeless. All these things I've been through, here's what I say. Life is short, but that doesn't mean you have to put up with stuff that drains your energy or crosses boundaries, or you feel you need to tolerate. I stand here today, proud as ever of myself at 23 years old, even if my imposter syndrome won't let me be great at times. To all of you graduating today, just remember, we all have a story. We all struggle or have struggled, but think about how you want to proceed and move with all of those struggles. Do you let them make or break you? I entered ACC as a completely unhappy and lost soul in 2018, and I stand here today and I'm graduating with all of you wonderful students. I am a peer mentor for TRIO and have thrived in all of my classes. So what am I saying in all of this? Advocate for yourself. Be proud of your mistakes and your wins. I've had to use the Dean of Students resources so many times, they don't understand how much they've helped me take care of myself and my little family. Take care of yourself always, and always remember, self-care is important. We all had to go through something to get here. Whether you're 18 or 80 and you're standing here graduating, remember your why. Remind yourself, why exactly did you pursue college? Continue to put in the work. You can't pour from an empty cup. Class of 2022, I am thrilled to be graduating with you. Congratulations to each one of you. To my TRIO family, Lisa, Maria, and Letty, I thank you so much, more than you'll ever know. Jamie Treadwell, my career forward navigator, thank you so very much for supporting me in the ways that you could. And to my professors, thank you for educating me and allowing me to elevate myself in ways I couldn't. And thank you to my support system here at ACC. It was an honor to share my story, and I truly hope it moves someone out there. Again, congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Hello, it is my privilege today to be a part of your graduation ceremony. I am proud to be a member of the ACC faculty and the ACC community. And I'm especially proud of our students. You make ACC a great college. To the graduates, congratulations. You have earned an academic credential. That, of course, is an intellectual achievement, but it is so much more than that. Your mind is your most precious resource, and education exercises, trains, and nurtures your mind. Education is the foundation for a life fulfilled. Today is your day. Celebrate every minute of it. To family, friends, significant others, congratulations. Today is your day too. Give your graduate a big hug. It is popular to make fun of graduation ceremonies, and especially graduation speeches, as too long, too boring, too awkward, or all of the above. I may be in the minority, but I love graduation ceremonies and speeches. Graduation celebrates accomplishment, positive sacrifice, teamwork, commitment, triumph, joy. All of the things that make life sweet and hard work worthwhile. And every graduation speech I have ever heard, in some way, captures the spirit of the event and the meaning of the moment. That said, I know a lot of speeches sound like a string of cliches. Work hard, love your family, support your friends, be kind in all you do. But remember, that is really good advice. An expression only becomes a cliche because it is true. Therefore, absolutely, positively, work hard, love your family, support your friends, be kind in all you do. You will never regret it. All of that advice is excellent, but I want to leave you with one idea that I hope sticks. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to do the right thing in the face of fear. Life can be scary. We all face adversity in our professional and personal lives. Sometimes we have to rely on people who are not reliable, or worse. We all face uncertainty. In those challenging moments, it is easy to be afraid. It is okay to be afraid. But no matter what the situation is, find the courage to do the right thing. You will always be glad you did. Life is also exhilarating, fun, and beautiful. In those moments, have courage too. Have the courage to savor the moment. Be thankful and to spend huge amounts of time with the people you love. When you get your diploma, take a moment to appreciate that you have changed your life forever. To paraphrase B.B. King, the best thing about an education is that no one can ever take it from you. And remember, it is not just about you. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. You are about to change the world. All of that said, one last piece of advice. You can start changing the world tomorrow. For the rest of the day, have fun. You've earned it. To the class of 2022, congratulations and good luck. I wish you all the very best.
Congratulations, graduates. You have accomplished much, and so many good things await you out in this world. As you leave us at ACC to begin new adventures, I am blessed as the college president to provide you some remarks. I call this the President's Council. You see, I spent much of my career as a counselor listening and working with students and others. So rather than give our new ACC graduates a charge, I stand here humbled to be before you and offer the following. Please never lose sight that you possess tremendous power. You've endured, you've persevered, you have triumphed against all odds. So as you leave us and embark onto new adventures, never lose sight of the power you possess and how you wish to use it in this world. Using your power externally, do justice, do good in this world, live a life of internal and external integrity. Do what you know to be right by you and by others. Treat all well. Use your power to lift others up. Trust and listen to your moral compass. Doing what is right, what is good, it is not always easy. It is not always popular, but it is important. For at the end of a day, the end of a week, a month, a year, at the end of a life, you want and will and can find peace in knowing you did your very best by you, and for others. Using your power internally, love mercy. This is more than being kind. Kindness is good, and I wish we lived in a world where kindness and facilitating a sense of inclusion and belonging was the default in how we interacted. But rather, this notion of love, mercy is about the idea that it is within our own power to choose how we wish to interact and assume others to be. The world has given us lots of reasons to mistrust, judge, and assume ill will. But to love mercy means rather than implicitly defaulting to expecting the worst from others, we instead make a conscientious decision to choose to consider a gracious interpretation, to test ourselves to be empathetic, compassionate, to reach inside ourselves, to try and understand even when we don't, to soften our hearts and give grace even when it feels like others do not deserve it. This is the gift you give to your own well-being. The world may try to make you hard and bitter. You can choose and use your power internally to do otherwise. Using your power to enable and grow. Walk humbly. This requires us to recognize we are constantly learning, that we can learn from anyone, that we are surrounded by people who possess so many great gifts, talents, and perspectives. There are so many around us who have lived and come from unique and diverse experiences. Believing and behaving in a manner that recognizes and honors that all have something meaningful and valuable to contribute if we are willing to take the time to ask and to listen. I stand before you so very honored to be the president at Arapahoe Community College, but my being here is and has been greatly informed by so many wonderful people, mentors, teachers, colleagues, and students who are willing to invest in me. Power can be used to dominate, but can also be used to invite, engage, and support. I have learned much from my students and colleagues, so never stop learning, asking questions, asking for help, and allowing others to invest in you, and you in return invest in them. Author Alice Walker once said, The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. The strength, endurance, intellect, grit you use to complete your degree is evidence of your power. Choose wisely, graduates, how you wish to use it. Your dreams, your power, your future. Congratulations to you and your family and friends. We are proud to honor you today.